Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of the Iron Meditation, the Art of Living and Lifting podcast. I'm your host, Coach Michael. You know what RM means, don't you? We all do. It's the repetition maximum. It's that weight that we strain and we grind and we pull or we squat, whatever. And we have our absolute 100% effort. So we know what we are capable of. Next to the RM is TRM. T stands for technical, meaning is the maximum weight we can pull, squat, push, whatever, with perfect technique, meaning we do not compensate, we do not break, or we are robotic perfect. In training, I personally perform and always go by TRM because RMs are only tested on a platform or at any event if you choose to, and by TRM you are staying very far from injuries, obviously, because you stop before your technique is compromised and the load goes to the places it shouldn't go. Very simple. Allow me to introduce you to another RM method, which is FRM. Now, I don't know if FRM exists in a athletic world. I'm sure there are many words that starts with F and can be applied, but I am talking about fun RM, which is the most important RM that is for a long-term, almost serious injuries free practice. What fun RM means is how much fun, how much you enjoy the activity that you do. And to deeper understand this concept, let's roll back. And I'll tell you a story about my own half Ironman journey. Now, in my previous post, I believe I talked about this 5 to 10% margin that stands between enjoying your activity and completely hating it. And it has direct correlation with the fun RM. So I swim for, I don't know, maybe 15 years, even more years now. It started because my back hurt, and as all doctors trying to make you into a dolphin, saying, like, go swimming, okay? There is nothing you can do with your back. Bullshit, but it's another episode topic. Anyway, I swim, and my average time for 1 meter lap is about 2 minutes. Like, I never was a swimmer. I never tried to be a swimmer. I started late and I swam for my back's sake. And these 2 minutes, give and take, are still with me regardless what I do. Be it open water swim, like pool swim, triathlon. Okay, it's between 2 and something, depending on the waves. And my coach pushed me and said, okay, we need speed. We need to make you swim faster. And I pushed. And I hated every single minute of it, and I began to doubt if I even want that triathlon. Okay, because it was not fun. Okay, I hate it. But I said, all right, I have the coach, let's test it. And eventually, when I finished my test, it was about 5 seconds different. Now, 5 second difference is absolutely insignificant. And if we take like half Ironman, it took me 6 hours, 15 minutes or so. I swam for 40 and something minutes. Okay, it was a lake. It was like pretty windy. We swam against a current for the first half. Like it was pure hell. But eventually it stayed above like 2 minutes, like in something. And 44 minutes within a 6-hour race, like it doesn't make that much different whether I did it in 39 minutes or in 41 minutes or in 44 minutes. Okay? The difference that was made is by me coming out of the water completely beat up, hating everything about it, and then suffering a bike leg, which is way longer, and then a half marathon run, or just going out of the water saying, all right, like I knew my times, like I was preparing for that. All right, on the bike, and let's smile all the way seeing this beautiful countryside, which I did. Now, where's the caveat? Okay, where's the trap in this type of thinking? In comparison. Now, I'm coaching for the last 15, I wanted to say hours, wishful thinking, no, 15 years or so. And people, and we do it subconsciously, okay? People not coming to sabotage themselves. It's something within, I don't know, social media, within our home, bringing. People compare themselves to pro athletes, okay? Because this is who you follow, okay? We don't want to follow our neighbor, okay? We follow The Rock, we follow like people like, I follow Richard Branson, like really top successful people. Now, obviously, I'm not earning, believe, less than he spends on his dogs, all right? Like, but I still follow Richard Branson. I'm not comparing myself to him. I follow many pro kettlebell athletes. I'm not comparing myself to them. But other people, like athletes who come to me, do. And this is where everything falls apart. Because if you compare yourself to this top performance, you are shit. Literally, okay, and absolute shit. Because your numbers don't match and don't meet. And then you try to beat yourself up, meeting expectations you will never meet, because it's the time they are doing it, it's the effort, some of them are getting paid to do it, and let's admit, if we had what it takes, you probably won't listen to this podcast, you'd be in a different place, featured in magazines, and listening to other people, okay? Now, if you do, again, I am humbled and honored. But since we are with families and kids, lifting for basically fun, enjoying it, please, there is no reason to compare yourself to top lifters, because it's a simple math, okay, and mass eventually. Let's say a top lifter does 200 jerks in 10 minutes. Okay, let's take kettlebell for a second. Or pulls 400 kilograms. You are pulling, let's say, 300 kilograms as an amateur, which is amazing. But you are 100 kilograms short. It's very stupid. It's very dangerous to compare yourself, because you will never meet this number unless you're abducted by aliens and installed with adamantium skeleton or whatever, okay, or somehow biologically hacked, all right? And this frustrates you, and you are chasing the RMs and pushing hard, and you are so far as me, falling short of top triathletes who finish the race in sub 4 hours. Now, with 2 hours difference for half Ironman, I'm not even trying to beat the time. I'm trying to enjoy myself, because my smile at the end line is the only thing that matters. And this smile will put me on another start line. And this is how you roll from event to event in a long-term, injury-free, fun RM matter.